Hi everybody, Martyn at Flicking Feathers again today. I'm tying a wee tungsten mini catch stalking bug. It's a very simple fly, it's very effective for stalking individual fish on the small stalk style waters. As always, I'll put a materials list in the description, along with a link to the Patreon page for anyone that wants to support the channel, get access to the members only content and be entered into the giveaways. You can also subscribe, hit the bell button so you get notified of the new videos, and share them, tell people, that's all, appreciate it. So I've got my hook and my vise, it's a size 10 Kamasan B175, and I've got a 4mm orange enamelled tungsten bead on it, and I'm just putting on 5 wraps of 020 lead wire, pushing it in behind the bead, and then I'm going to start some thread. I'm using a flat thread. This is Danville's 6/0 and it's obviously chartreuse, and this will be my body material as well as my thread. Just flattening that wire there with the back of my nail. Just come over, lock it in place. Now there's no harm at this stage to come in with a wee bit of glue, coat everything, and cover up that wire. Let the thread kind of go in between the wraps of wire and everything. You can just take away any excess, just rub your fingers quickly, it will no stick. Now the fly's dead simple. I'm only going to tie in 2 more materials, a wee bit of white marabou and a wee bit of flash, and the flash is actually optional. Now the tail doesn't need to be too long and it doesn't need to be too heavy, right? The more material you add, the slower the fly's going to sink, right? And you're aiming for, obviously, the heavy tungsten and that amount of lead there. You want something that gets down very quickly. So I'm just going to, as I normally do with marabou, just sort of strip away the tie-in so that it's nice and flat, not too bulky. Just gather it up and tie it so that the base, or the back of the lead, is sort of round about where the butts of the marabou ends. I'll just tie that back to the bend, and I'm starting to get that nice wee tapered body. Body length, it's up to yourself. I like it about tail length, about a body length I should say, sorry. Just pinch that off, that's plenty. That's enough that you can see the fly as it's sinking. It's a bit of movement. I mean, stalking the fat stalked fish isn't really my favourite activity, but a lot of folk do like doing it in the clear, small, stalked ponds, and this is a good fly for it. You can obviously use like a brass bead and get rid of the lead, and it's a good fly for under a bung as well. So flash, I've just got 2 bits of crystal flash. Just got to catch them in on your side first, up the front, bring them down on my side, trim them so they're about the length of the marabou, and then it's just a case of using your thread to build a smooth body. I mean, you could add a rib if you want, but you really don't need it. as I say, it's all about being seen, you know. The thread's fluorescent, the marabou's fluorescent, the bead's fluorescent. You're flicking this out in front of a seen fish. You want to watch the fly as much as possible, watch the fish responding. When it opens its mouth or the fly just disappears, here you can set the hook. Now I'm reasonably happy with that. I'll just come in with 3 turn whip finish. You don't need to go mad with the turns. Now you can coat this with epoxy if you wish, but the problem is epoxy often goes yellow. You can use UV resin, which doesn't yellow but might not cohere with your thread very well. What I like to do is, when you touch a super glue, only on the thread, don't touch your marabou, right? Be very careful not to touch the marabou. Right. And by the time I've screwed the lid back on the super glue and picked up the varnish brush, this is ready. And I can just follow that with some clear varnish, and I'll get 2 coats of clear varnish, and I come right onto the bead with the varnish. And this gives you a very nice, shiny, hard, durable finish that won't yellow. It's stuck to the thread. It's not just sitting on top of it. Just, I mean, you don't need to be super fussy, but take your time and get it right. Once you've got a nice, even body, you can set it aside to dry, and the fly's done. There you go. Absolute doddle. Very easy. Very quick, but that's what a lot of the boys like on these small waters. So I hope that was useful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up below and subscribe to the channel. Tight lines, guys. Bye.